Buying goldfish from a pet store. Is it a good idea? Is it not a good idea? Well, it all depends. It all depends on the stock. It all depends on you and your knowledge of the way a healthy fish should look and behave. I got lucky in the sense that I went to Petsmart on a day when they had plenty of fish to choose from. None of them like looked sick. None. It looked like they had like just been brought in maybe like a week before or so. But the odd thing is you see how like fluttery and happy my fish are now. Like they're usually like all over the place. They're over here right now because they see me and they want like their Soylent Green. They want to eat so bad. But they're usually like all over the tank, fluttering around, and that is the behavior of a goldfish that you want to look for. That is the behavior of a healthy, happy fish. It's kind of like all over the tank. You also like kind of want a fish that reacts to your finger. Like that, like Loki's doing. Curious, friendly, responsive. You know, he's mentally and physically happy, and, you know, so he responds very well. When I went to pick out these guys, they had lots of different kind of goldfish, and of course I knew I wanted Arandas. And what I was doing though is I was going around to the tanks doing that with my finger, and I essentially picked out the ones that were responding to my finger. Now I will say this, the goldfish were kind of lethargic. Their bodies looked good. They didn't have no ick. They didn't have no red streaks in their fins or anything. But all of the fish were kind of like staying in place, kind of near the bottom. The Arandas were like kind of hanging out at the bottom. The Ryukins were kind of all over the tank, but like Nesbit, my Ryukin, was in the middle of the tank just like staying still. But I seen his colors and his body shape, and I think he's gorgeous. I think that he's gonna like grow up to be like, just look at him. He's gonna be just like stunning if he makes it. I mean, I always say that because I don't want to get my hopes up about it like a goldfish, because sometimes they do die, but I'm doing my best to keep them alive. But anyway, number one, the thing I noticed is that the fish were kind of like staying still. They looked healthy. I didn't see no Popeye, no red streaks, no ammonia burns. But they were just kind of like just hanging out at the bottom or hanging in the middle and not swimming around, not doing like mine are doing right now. They're going around checking out the surroundings, pecking around for food, fluttering at the front. Actually, the only one that was really responsive to my finger when I was trying to pick them out was Flutter Butter. Just like she's kind of doing now. She was the only one that was like staring at me and watching me and responding every time I put my finger up to the glass coat. So I was like, yes, I want that one. And she's still like that. That's why I named her that, because she's always at the front of the tank fluttering around. She goes around and explores too, but she's always right here like looking at me. These two are kind of like the adventurous ones. They go around and peck at everything. This is the boss of the tank, like he calls the shots. That's Loki. This is a little Nesbit. Come here. Little Nesbit. It's sweet. All of them eat out of my fingers, out of my hands. I've got them hand tamed. But yeah, when you're going to pick out goldfish, like you need to look for, number one, look for red streaks, white marks. Kind of looks like white fungus on their body. It's actually like ick, or it could be a fungus. Either way, you know, look for things on their body that doesn't look natural. And if you want to ask the staff about that, like ask them, like call them out on that. Be like, why does this fish have red on its tail? Like, you need to say something, because I think it's bullshit that they're at a pet store with all this medicine and they could treat these fish. They could do good with these fish. And they still, like, they just don't care. They don't give a shit. And forgive my language, but they don't. Just last night I was at Petsmart and I got this Anubias Nana plant back there. Kind of help balance out my tank, and plus it's pretty. But I went over and looked at the tanks where I picked out these guys, and there was like a few of the fish left, and maybe some new ones too. And oh my god, some of them were like, their eyes were white. You know, they're still alive, but like their eyes were white, and they were kind of like hanging out at the bottom. The big full, like the large arandas that a PetSmart has priced at $32 too, by the way, which is ridiculous, have red streaks in their tail. They look just like Flutter Butter, but they're a little bit bigger, and they have like their little tails are like absolutely riddled with red streaks. It's just, it's so sad. And they look depressed. Like, you can tell, like, seriously, use your intuition. If a fish looks depressed, it's like probably ill and it's depressed. If a goldfish is fluttering around and responding to your finger, or at least like pecking around and looking for food, then it's a normal, healthy fish. If it has nothing on its body and it's pecking around or responding to you. I know I repeat myself a lot, but yeah, like, that's the way fish should behave. Goldfish, I know like angelfish and other fish are different, but goldfish are supposed to be happy. Like, they're supposed to be kind of bubbly. That's it. See? Just like that. Even little Nesbit comes up and tries. That's it. I'll feed you here in a minute. I will. That's it. See, that's a goldfish. That's a goldfish behavior. That's them after they've been hand tamed, but they are supposed to be kind of nosy. That's honestly one thing why I don't understand, like, why more people don't get goldfish, or they kind of discard them, because they're actually really social and sweet. Nesbit, the first like week or two I had him, would not come up to my fingers, would not nibble from me, and now he comes right up. So even the shyest fish can be coaxed out of its little introvert shell. But yeah, this is normal goldfish behavior. Healthy, normal goldfish behavior. Trying to talk to you, looking at you, begging for food, or pecking around looking for food. So if you want goldfish, that is what you need to look for, is this type behavior right here. So, and no red marks or white marks on their body. So trust your intuition. If a fish looks healthy and acts healthy, it's healthy, you know.